Abyss of Bondage, David Galindo Rivera. Introduction. My life has not been perfect. I have no concept of marriage or raising children. I have the utmost respect for all parents. People change. We are all born into sin. We have a choice every day to make the right decision. Today, raising children is getting to a critical point. The world is full of ugliness. Sadly, social media is how young people escape. So people need to start taking marriage and parenting seriously. Young minds are used to the ugliness of life. They sure don't need the messiness of infidelity and divorce. The demise of society always starts at home. I don't have a right to complain. I have my health and faith. I am spiritual, but not religious. I also live in America. I am blessed. But I do wonder about the future of humanity. So I write, inspiring. Just one person is enough reason to keep writing. We all have a constant daily spiritual struggle. The devil is always working through people to bring you down. The ruthless are the easiest to manipulate. It takes a lot of courage and faith to resist the bully. Many of us give up. I have no confidence when it comes to women. So why do bullies exist? The bully is Satan itself. It will possess your mind. It will make you assume and take everything personally. It wants you to betray, belittle, and beat down the innocent. The devil will seek, kill, and destroy. It wants to only think of yourself. It loves having an ego. It believes no one deserves better than you. Peace will bring enlightenment. Peace is when you love instead of sin. Today, I'm completely different from 5 years ago. God has brought people into my life for strengthening. I choose to love. My peace and commitment have been tested with Belinda Olivas. She exposed a bunch of weaknesses from my young life. She showed me the kind of humility it takes to be a parent. She endured 2 failed marriages. Her mom and first husband died in front of her eyes. I can't fathom what it's like to be in her shoes. She has made me look at myself in the mirror. I will never meet another woman like her. We have this unbelievable spiritual connection. She is the reason why I have Jesus today. She has given me hope. We will always be true friends. Perhaps she is my soulmate. So why do I have trust issues with women? It started when I was a child. I was supposedly molested by the maid. I remember how my coaches would carouse around with moms during Little League football practice. I was always mad at the women for encouraging it. I never understood why married women cheat with endowed narcissistic men. Is having great sex worth the shame and guilt of knowing you betrayed someone you love? Then, is it really love? Can self-love and real faith coexist? For some reason, I always believed women were more capable of goodness, but then a dear family member told me that my life was a mistake. This really hurt me. It soured my thoughts about women. My brother has done some awful things to me as well. We can all become bullies. Will you choose God when Satan is tempting you? The devil will always work through people to bring you down. The powerful are also subject to the bully. King Henry VIII was known for taking wives from husbands. He was the worst kind of bully. He never saw the light. There were many other tyrants. Pride is how Satan destroys us. Being a parent is also a power trip that the devil will use. I really hate Lucifer. God gave it the right to rule and walk this earth. It knows the plan for each of us. It tries to prevent it. It will pit us against each other. This starts our descent into the abyss of bondage. The first were Adam and Eve. We will eventually reach the abyss by 33 years of age. I have no idea how much my parents have suffered. They both had tough upbringings. My dad had an abusive childhood. He would hide in the closet when his dad would come home in a drunken rage. My mom had to endure the suffering of legal immigration into this country. My parents met for a reason. They did their best to raise me. Life is never supposed to be perfect. I will always love my mom and dad no matter what. I respect and salute all parents who raise children. Who am I to judge them? Many times I have almost died trying to overcome the devil. Before I found Jesus, I would cope with drugs, alcohol, and professional fighting. Now I cope with natural bodybuilding, writing, and God. There are resources out there like psychotherapy and support groups. I am relying on Jesus. The Four Agreements is a God-given tool to survive a broken society. Satan has been trying to destroy me since childhood. It has used my family to suck me deeper into the abyss. You start believing the lies that come from the loved. You can't survive without humility. This is what accepting Jesus will do for you. I no longer take my past personally. I have forgiven but will never forget. I am not Jesus. I believe my heart and mind will be healed after finishing God's work. I am still deep in the abyss. It's very difficult getting out. I would never try to change my parents. We are all struggling. Maybe this will inspire men and women to strengthen their faith and commitment with each other. Maybe it will start a new way of marriage and parenting. The demise of society begins with the family. Jesus already knew the truth. He was betrayed in the end. All the disciples turned on Jesus because they did not have self-love and real faith. He was abused and humiliated before being nailed to the cross. I can identify with Jesus. I will never doubt nor deny him. I will never repeat what Peter did in the end. I would be up there with Jesus getting nailed to the cross. We all need to stop being like Peter. David Galindo Rivera.